Shut up and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Vesta 67's workshop. Welcome to issue number 49 of Build the Iconic Ford Falcon XB GT from our good old mates over at Hachette. Now, if you'd like to grab one of these 1/8 scale madmax motors, head over to their website. There's a clickable link in the description below. And you too can be having one of these to build along with me, folks. Let's have a quick scoop through this week's magazine and see what we're up to, shall we? Stage 49, steering rack and tie rods, folks. This is all of our bits and bobs that we've got. Part 1 and part 2 of the rack, the centre arm, left and right tie rod, and the sets of screws. And this is where it's going to be going on our Falcons, folks, okay? Nice simple instructions to follow on how it all goes together, what screws to use, how to assemble it, getting it all ready. And then this is where it's going on our chassis section. So we're going to need that. We'll then be fitting the rack in place and then putting the rack motor itself in place and fixing that to the front chassis leg, folks, okay? And then that's what we're going to end up with at the end there, the steering mechanism all in place. Happy days. You then got history of the Ford Falcon there, Project Archbishop, the Ford Cortina. Mark I was a thoroughly modern triumph of lightweight aircraft-inspired structural engineering and pioneering cost accounting. There you go, folks. Gives you a load of info there on the Mark I Cortina. Right, that's the magazine done. So we'll put that to one side, folks. And then we'll bring in the parts that we need and we'll start putting this steering assembly together, okay? Right, we want that piece. And we want this piece. Somewhat like so. And then we want a DS04 screw. So let's grab one of them. We'll put a bit of oil on her. And we'll fit that together, folks, okay? So let's just try and do this so you can see what I'm doing. And it's just going to go down in there. And again, don't over tighten it. You want it to move around quite happily. So what I tend to do is I tend to nip them up so that they bite. And then I back it off until there's free movement. It's not too wobbly and it's not too tight, if that makes sense. There you go. Happy days. That's what we want. Nice bit of free movement. Okay. We then want 49E. And we'll grab that. And that is going on the shorter end. That way round. It's then going to feed in top to bottom like so. And again, another DS04 screw is going to attach it. So let's grab one of those. Pop. Obligatory bill of oil. Let that work around the screw. And then we'll attach that in situ. Just like so. Fully tighten. You've got a little locking pin in there as well, see, so it keeps it in position. There you go. That's done. I'm happy with that. We've then got 49C going on the opposite side, so let's sort you out. Like that. And then we want the last of the DS04s. Drop a bit of oil on that. And we'll fit you in place as well. There you go. can now tighten that up as well. Have you some of that? So that's what we want. Just double checking me work just to make sure it looks correct, which it does. And then this then will start getting ready to go in the car. So let's grab our chassis, bring that in place, and then we can fit this in. So let's grab you. Pop the chassis in situ, let's move them out of the way. And then we can lay our steering rack in then. We're going across that way. Something like so. And then that's going to go over the way in there and drop down. Okay, so that's what it's telling me. So I can just now get the angle of the dangle just right. So that can sit on there. And then this is going to interact with this tube. So let's line that up. Like that. A little bit fiddly, but it will go, folks, okay? There you go. Just getting the angle of that block correct, because it sits almost at a 45-degree angle. So that's what we want. We can now secure that with the DS2 screws. Let's grab one of those. Bring that back into the centre. Like that. Then that's what I mean about this block. It sits at a 45-degree angle there. So I'm going to do the front one first, which is just up there. Get that in place. I can relax now. Grab the second screw. And then that screw's going just in there, folks, okay? That's now holding that steering rack where we want it, okay? So you may flop about a little bit. Don't worry about that, because once everything's assembled on the suspension, these will then clip to the wheel hubs and be retained, okay? Initially, we just want it to be able to do that movement, okay? So that's what we're left with today, folks. So we'll leave it there. Don't forget, if you'd like to grab this for yourself and build one of these along with me, folks, head over to Hachette's website. There's a clickable link in the description below. And you too can be building this iconic Ford Falcon. Also, to help me out, if you can click little fester in the corner and subscribe to my channel. Keeps the channel alive, helps me grow. To get notified of future content, give the bell a ring and select all. In the meantime, thank you so much for coming in and keeping me company. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Stay safe and well. Bye-bye for now.